If someone gave you just $100 worth of Bitcoin back in 2011 and you forgot about it, you could literally be a millionaire today. Crazy, right? But here's the wild part. Even in 2026, most people still don't actually understand what Bitcoin is. They hear the word everywhere. They see headlines. They watch prices go up and down. But if you ask them to explain Bitcoin in simple English, most people can't. So in this video, I'm going to explain Bitcoin in the easiest way possible. No complicated tech talk. No fake hype. No become rich tomorrow nonsense. By the end of this video, you'll understand Bitcoin better than most beginners online. Let's start. Quick disclaimer before we begin. This video is for education only. I'm not telling you to buy Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor. My goal is simple. Help you understand what Bitcoin actually is and why millions of people care about it. Why Bitcoin was created. To understand Bitcoin, you first need to understand the problem it was trying to solve. Right now, your money depends on banks and governments. When you send money through apps like Venmo, Cash App or PayPal, you're not physically sending money. You're basically asking a company to update numbers in their database. And normally that works fine. But in 2008, something huge happened. The global financial crisis. Banks made terrible decisions. Millions of people lost homes, jobs, and savings. And after all that, the government used taxpayer money to rescue big banks. That made many people lose trust in the financial system. Then, during that same year, someone called Satoshi Nakamoto released a document called the Bitcoin White Paper. The idea was simple. What if money could exist without banks? What if people could send money directly to each other online? That idea became Bitcoin. What Bitcoin actually is. Bitcoin is digital money that no government or company controls. That's it. But how does it actually work? Imagine a giant notebook floating on the internet. Every time someone sends Bitcoin, the transaction gets written into that notebook. Now here's the important part. That notebook isn't stored in one place. Thousands of computers around the world have copies of it. This system is called the blockchain. Blockchain simplified, the blockchain is basically a public record of every Bitcoin transaction ever made. And because thousands of computers check everything together, cheating becomes extremely difficult. Nobody can secretly change the records. That's what makes Bitcoin different from traditional money. What is mining? You've probably heard the word Bitcoin mining. Mining is how new Bitcoin enters the system. Powerful computers solve complex math problems. When they solve them, they confirm transactions and earn Bitcoin rewards. That process helps keep the network secure. What does it mean to own Bitcoin? When you own Bitcoin, you don't hold a physical coin. You control a special password called a private key. If you have the private key, you control the Bitcoin. If you lose it, your Bitcoin could be gone forever. That's why security matters so much in crypto. Why does Bitcoin have value? Now the big question, why does Bitcoin have value at all? A lot of beginners say it's just internet money. Fair question. But think about this. The US dollar also has value because people trust it. Modern money works because society agrees it has value. Bitcoin works the same way, but with unique advantages. 1. Scarcity. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist. That limit is built into the code. Nobody can print more Bitcoin whenever they want. That's one reason people compare Bitcoin to gold. 2. Decentralization. No single company or government controls Bitcoin. That means nobody can easily shut it down. 3. Security. The Bitcoin network is protected by massive computing power worldwide. It's considered one of the most secure digital networks ever created. 4. Global adoption. Millions of people own Bitcoin now. Big companies and investment firms have entered the market. Even traditional financial institutions now offer Bitcoin-related products. The bigger the network grows, the stronger it becomes. 5. Borderless transfers. You can send Bitcoin across countries within minutes. No bank approval. No waiting days for transfers. That's powerful. The risks of Bitcoin. Now let's talk honestly. Bitcoin is not risk-free. Anyone telling you otherwise is lying. Risk 1. Massive price swings. Bitcoin is extremely volatile. It can rise fast and crash fast. There have been times when Bitcoin lost over 70% of its value. So never invest money you can't afford to lose. Risk 2. Scams. Crypto scams are everywhere. Fake coins. Fake influencers. Fake giveaways. If someone promises guaranteed profits, run away. Bitcoin in 2026. So where does Bitcoin stand today in 2026? Honestly, Bitcoin is more mainstream than ever before. People can now buy Bitcoin through regular investment apps. Large financial companies offer Bitcoin products. Some businesses accept crypto payments. And governments are focusing more on regulation instead of outright banning it. Compared to earlier years, learning about Bitcoin today is much easier and safer for beginners. But remember, just because Bitcoin is popular doesn't mean you should blindly buy it. Understanding comes first. If this video helped you understand Bitcoin in the easiest way possible, then make sure to like this video because it really helps the channel grow. Share this video with that one friend who still thinks Bitcoin is a scam. And don't forget to subscribe to AI Money Machine for simple beginner-friendly videos about crypto, AI, online money and the future of finance.